Canto 5, Shukadeva Goswami keeps describing the structure of the universe to Parikshit Maharaj. There we have wonderful stories within the stories again, including the basically one completely fabricated by Narada Muni story about King Puranjana, completely enigmatic. Not only that, it's very difficult to understand, but also before that we have Jadabharata's story explaining to the king the spiritual truth, and it's quite few chapters. Maharaja Rahugana inquiring submissively from Jadabharata, the emperor Bharata, who had to take 3 births before getting the ultimate liberation in love of Krishna. Then Parikshit Maharaj, having only 7 days to live, listens with rapt attention about the structure of the universe and these additional stories. Canto 7. Shukadeva Goswami answering to Parikshit Maharaj's questions, he explained to him from the very beginning he's not going to answer the questions in order, but all of them will be answered in due course of time. Just be patient, while having only 7 days to live. But this word is wonderfully applied to the great king, the grandchild of the Kuru dynasty, the Pandava's grandson, Arjuna's grandson, Krishna's very, very dear devotee. 7th canto, the question was raised during Rajasuya sacrifice by Yudhishthira Maharaj in front of Narada Muni, how Krishna is equal to everyone. Narada Muni relates the answer. Shukadeva Goswami tells, I'm not going to fabricate anything else, just going to retell the story. And Narada Muni, the whole 7th canto, he keeps on telling about beginning from the story of Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Then within this wonderful story we have multi-embedded metaphors, Hiranyakashipu's teachings. If we don't look at who is watcher, who is speaking, we very often get confused. His excellent dharmic instructions are following first part of Canto 7. Now Hiranyakashipu to console the wife and relatives, the sons of his brother Hiranyaksha, again tell them metaphorical story to give them spiritual enlightenment and train them in detachment from the body, explaining about the eternality of the soul. Finally, Narada Muni switches to teaching Yudhishthira Maharaj about living in Grihastha ashram. Amazing! Eternal brahmachari teaching Yudhishthira Maharaj is having his queen Draupadi and another wife too, as the emperor of the whole world, how to live peacefully in Grihastha life. Story within the story within the story, and it continues on and on, switching from Suta Goswami's relating Shukadeva's story back to Shukadeva Goswami teaching Parikshit Maharaj. And the very end of Shrimad-Bhagavata Mahapurana by Canto 12, we have finally very serious, non-sentimental discussion between great Guru Shukadeva Goswami, who is only 16 by then, and the great Emperor Parikshit, who is 60 by then, who ruled the world for 24 years after Yudhishthira Maharaj, and now is ready to depart. Just on the verge of his departure, Shukadeva Goswami doesn't cry sentimentally with his great disciple. No, he's telling him about the Nirodha, about the destruction of the universe, the types of destruction, the universal destructions of different levels, just to train his mind philosophically. Everybody has to live. Everything has to wrap up. Every single living creature who is born will die. And that's not heartless, dry knowledge. Just training his disciple, Parikshit Maharaj, for peaceful departure within a few moments. As soon as this knowledge is absorbed, Parikshit Maharaj, paying obeisances to his Guru, tells, in very polite manner, my dear Gurudev, I realized the knowledge. Thank you for teaching me Bhagavatam. Now you can go. I can concentrate my mind on the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. That's be quite close to the end of the 12th canto. We have wrapping up the story, no open loops. Then Sutta Goswami picks up the conversation. He explains about the end of Parikshit Maharaj. He explained about the glories of Shrimad-Bhagavatam, describes the length of different Puranas, and finally glorifies Kali Yuga, which is the ocean of faults. But in the meantime, he has one great guna, great quality, and this is the chanting of the holy name grants spiritual enlightenment and mukti, at least for everybody who picks up this process for Kali Yuga. Thus, Bhagavatam, multi-embedded metaphor analogies, stories within the stories, fully programming the mind of anybody who picks up the study of this great scripture, programming the mind just to bhaja Govindam, to worship the Lord of senses, the Lord of cows, the Lord of all his surrendered devotees. Just worship him. Do everything for Haritoshanam, and you'll become free from all the miseries of the material world, even while living in this world.